afternoon. It's Allison Sullivan with Stamp Crazy with Allison, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in New Westminster, British Columbia, which is on the west coast of Canada. So welcome to my friends who join me twice a week, and to those who perhaps watch the replays, or if you're new, welcome. So introduce yourself in the chat and the comments, and we'll get started shortly. You can see that we're going to be playing with the lovely arrangement stamp set and bundle. Actually, it's from the Lovely Blossoms suite of products. So it looks like I'm live, so that's always a good sign. And I think I've got sound. Yeah, I do. So we're great. Okay, we're good to go. Got everybody, and we'll just get started. Sorry, I just got a itchy eye there. Happy New Year. It's New Year's Eve, and I'm not sure how many people. Hi, Jan. Happy New Year. Almost. I know. Same to you, friend. Same to you. Well, it's you and me at least, Jan. I wasn't sure how many people were going to show up because I wasn't sure I was going to go live today, but I thought I better go live. You never know. Somebody might be out there. So here I am. And I'm going to hide myself and we can get started. I like to keep my lives to about 30 minutes, you guys, because you're busy and you don't need to see me, go on forever. But I'm loving this particular bundle and this entire suite of products. Now, this suite is going to be launched. Let me just get this. It launches January 2026. So January 6th. So it's only like a week away. It's not that far. Yikes. And it's got beautiful products. Let me show you. Plus, I'm going to be doing a class using this. Okay. So it comes with, we've got that bundle. Then we also have a 3D embossing folder. This is called Lovely Stripes, which is very pretty. It's got a very nice, deep etched when you use it on a card, okay? Beautiful designer series paper. Now, the designer series paper is a bit different. Normally, there are 6 double-sided sheets. There are 4 double-sided sheets, but there's 3 of each. So a little bit different configuration. So you can see these. Aren't they pretty? Love this one. This one. And then I'll turn these over, and you can see the other side. There we go. There we go. So nice. Okay. My sisters asked if I was going live, and I said yes, but they're not coming, Jan. Just you and me, kid. So chat away. I wanted to show you this particular piece because I'm always saying, this is a great DSP because you can see there's little panels here that you can cut and use. There's little squares down here, and then smaller ones, and then full-size ones up here. So really great. Just be careful how you cut this piece. I would suggest cutting it across and then just going very carefully down, and you'll be good to go. Okay. So my class, which is on January 31st, you're going to get half a pack of this. Now, if you don't live in Canada, you can still join and pay the PDF version of it. But if you join and you're in Canada, your class fee gets you half a pack of paper, and it gets you half a roll of this gorgeous ribbon. See that texture? It's cloud cover. Love it. So it's about 5 yards. And you get a full pack of Moody Palette Glossy Dots. And we make 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each. So lots to play with. We get a PDF. And we actually gather together and stamp on the 31st in Facebook. So you'll have all the recordings. Okay. Jenny, you doing anything special for New Year's? Do you do anything? Do you stay up? I stay up barely. Like I barely stay up. And then I go to bed. I'm not really a New Year's person. We're going to start here with a 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. Go. And let me just see if anybody else is coming. I can't see anyone, but you never know. Maybe they're watching somewhere I can't see them. I just asked my sisters. Let's see if they show up. Anyway, oh, there's Ellie. Hi, Ellie. Thought, where are the girls? They said they were coming. Okay, so we're just gonna start with the lovely arrangements bundle. Okay, so 5.5 by 4.25 basic white scored, and then we were talking about those panels from that DSP, and I cut this panel down to 5 by 3 3/4. And then I got a piece of the old olive, just 1/8 of an inch bigger. So that would be, what's that, you guys? 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And I'm going to go, oops, I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. I keep telling you guys that these panels are awesome. You just have to add a sentiment and you've got a card. So I kind of thought, well, I better show you guys what I mean by that and how simple it is. And of course, you get 3 of each panel. You'll be awake, but not necessary. You're a night owl these days? Oh, I used to be a night owl, Jan. I'm not so much anymore. Hi, Margaret. How are you from North Carolina? Oh, you're closer to the new year than I am. Hope you have a great 2026. All of my friends that watch. Gosh, is that straight, you guys? My eyesight. There we go. All right, so that's what we've got. Okay, let's do some other things. So I've got a piece of a basic white scrap. I've got a piece of cloud cover scrap. I've got a piece of Secret Sea scrap. And I've got a piece of vellum because I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do. Hi, Elle. How are you? Thanks for coming. All right, let's do a few things. Let's set these two aside. I'm going to stamp on my vellum. I'm going to take my embossing buddy. If you take that over your vellum, you'll get rid of all that oil from your fingers. But I'm also going to take it across my, oops, I'm going to turn that over. There's stuff on that side. Oops, no, not Secret Sea. Hope you guys have had a great vacation, a great holiday season. My family and I started doing something last year, and we're doing it. We seem to be doing it every year. I'm just taking that fabulous flower. I'm going to stamp it on my vellum. Okay. And that's in Versamark. I'm also going to stamp a word, happy birthday. I'm going to stamp it on my Secret Sea. We have been going to a panto. Hi, Mo. Do you guys know what a panto is? It's a very English kind of thing. It's, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of audience participation, like you yell stuff at the people on the stage, and it's kind of fun. And it usually, well, the one that I go to is in East Vancouver. So it sometimes has a bit of a, I don't want to say political because that's not the right word, message, so because it's sort of a gentrification type area of Vancouver, there's sometimes jabs at the mayor and things like that, but they're funny. I mean, we just all laugh. Okay, I'm going to heat that up. I put white on there. So it's called a pantomime, but it's called panto. That's kind of the short form. And they are traditionally British, and they're based on some real story, like a story. So last year it was Robin Hood. That was hilarious because, of course, it was they were stealing from the rich, and the rich were trying to close all the homeless encampments. And anyway, but they do it. It's kind of fun. It's hard to describe. And they take music that we all know and just change some of the words, and it's quite funny. So you recognize the melody of the songs. This year it was based on the West Side Story, which of course was based on Romeo and Juliet. So only no one dies in a panto. But there's always a bad person that comes on the stage and everyone boos, and it's quite fun. It's very fun. And it's in this fabulous, fabulous venue, very small theater, and it's really intimate and fun. Anybody been to a panto? Hi, Marilyn. If you haven't and you live in Vancouver, I would highly suggest you go to it. I think it's called, oh gosh, what's the theater called? The Culch? I can't remember. Anyways, it's very cool. Very cool. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut these out. with my die. I wasn't sure whether I'm going to do vellum, you guys, or I'm going to do regular cardstock. So we'll do it in this one, and then we'll have a look and see which one we prefer. Okay, so I'm cutting that one out. Anyway, it was lovely. We went for a nice dinner ahead of time at an Italian restaurant. We all had a nice dinner, and it was just fun to be with my kids, and my daughter-in-law and her mom came too. So it was quite fun. Okay. Oh, for those of you who, okay, they really, I said to my husband, if we were drinking alcohol, which we weren't, and you took a drink for every time they kind of use the name Chip Wilson in the panto, you'd be drunk. Does everybody know who Chip Wilson is? If you don't, he's a gazillionaire. He lives in Vancouver. He is the founder of Lululemon. And he's a bit controversial. I guess that's how I would put it. A bit controversial. That's a good way of putting it. Okay, I'm going to stamp this. Anyways, I always think to myself, I guess he wouldn't come to an East Van Pinto. Oh, dear. But if he did, I hope he have a sense of humor, I guess. Gotta laugh, right? Gotta laugh at yourself. Take ourselves too seriously sometimes. Okay. You might be asking yourself, Alison, why are you doing these twice? So I've done it in vellum and I've done it in the Secret Sea, because I'm not sure if I'm going to use, I'm not sure what colors I'm going to use. I'm not sure of anything. So I thought, well, let's do a couple and then we'll see. So let's get that around there. Of course, you know, you guys, I do use my repositionable tape just so things don't move. Okay. Go. Is that good? I think that's kind of good. All right. I'm also going to use one of the dies, which is this one here, which I really love. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to get it out of my new magnetic case here. I'm going to cut it out of cloud cover. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. Creak. Right. This one always seems to come off right onto the... I'm ordering new plates in my next order. I'm waiting until January 6th because I want to get the new product of the month, which I don't have a clue what it's going to be. I have no inside information. Wish I did. Don't know what it is. But I'm going to wait and order it then. And there's always new kits that are coming out on that day. Plus, you guys can order from the new mini catalog and the new online exclusive. All right, you guys. So let's decide. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. So I'm just going to move these over. And I've pre-cut another one of these. Okay, I got two of those. So we're either going to use the white. Maybe I can use that white one. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Okay. So let's start putting this together and see what we think. All right. Here we go. Now I was thinking that I haven't made a sample of this. I'm just going along as I go. So I'm thinking that these little leaves would be really nice. Kind of like that. Now the question is, do we want a white one? Maybe. Or do we want a vellum one? Maybe. And I did actually do a vellum one ahead of time, and I actually colored it with the cloud covers. So we got a few decisions here. We can do one. We can do it with the colored. We can do it with the clear. I'll pop it up. Or we can do it with the white. And you know what? I think I'm going to just do it with the plain one. Yeah. Now the question here is, how do we get this on, these on, They'll show a bit through, but that's okay. So let's add a little bit of white glue. Can you believe it's 2026? I gotta tell you, it's been a bit of a challenging year. Sometimes that happens, right? And I am looking forward to the calendar turning over to 2026. Start fresh, and that'll be great. Okay. My mother used to say, cheer up, you'll be a long time deed. She was Scottish, and I think to myself, it's true, you know. It's always people that are way worse off. So you gotta kind of just be grateful. So I'm gonna just pop that up with a dimension, okay? Is that pretty with the white? I love that on the vellum. Grab this vellum. It is available now. It's part of, oh gosh, you guys, it's part of another suite. I just can't remember the name. Hi, Di. How are you? So there's the blue. I think the blue is nicer. The white is just too white, I think. We got a lot too much white. So we're going to use this one. Now for this one, I'm going to grab the mini, these little mini guys. Let's get these on here. Oof. I want to tell you something exciting. I have a free, are those too big even for that? No, I guess not. I have a free party coming up. So mark your calendars. You can join from anywhere. Everyone's welcome. January 10th. So not this Saturday, but the Saturday following. And my friend Ange McKay and I are going to share a whole bunch of sweets and some samples, and we're going to make a couple cards, and it's free, and you can come and join us. Okay, so I'm just going to do happy birthday here. What are we thinking? I'm wondering if I should add a few of these. I think maybe I will. Hi, Alexina. How are you? How are you? Happy New Year to you. You're a lot closer to the new year than I am, where you are. There's the green, but maybe that's too much green. Should we try and, you know, sometimes I look for the colors that I want to kind of pop, and I think it would be nice to pop out the Secret Sea and the cloud cover, and maybe another Secret Sea. I love these glossy dots. Oof. Okay, so I can go and find another panel, and I can make another one with the white one versus the vellum. So I've got a whole bunch of little bits here I can use, which is awesome. And you could, if you wanted, you could cut out some leaves. There's this leaf here. You could stamp it in Old Olive and cut it out and just kind of lay it behind those, and it would look nice too. But I really wanted to show how you can make an easy card with that printed panel. Okay, so let's look at some others. Plus, I'll show you some sneak peeks. Okay, you want to see some sneak peeks too? Well, I'll show you this first, and then we'll look at sneak peeks. All right, so here's some cards that we've made using the suite. So this is the, oh my goodness, forgot my name already. What is it? Lovely Blossoms. Lovely Blossoms. We made that one. We made this one the other day. That was pretty. And this one. This is one we made last week. Love all the layers. This is one I got in a swap. And here's another one. This is really simple. This is one, go back and find these. These are all on my YouTube channel, Stamp Crazy with Allison, okay? You can find a whole playlist of the Lovely Blossom suite. This is great because you can just cut little panels left with your leftover papers and just create this little patchwork. And then we made this one, remember? Oh, good, Jan. We made this one together, remember? That little secret panel. Okay. All right. So let me show you some sneak peeks. All right. Ready? This is a class that's coming February, oh my gosh, 14th, which I know is Valentine's, but it's during the day. Isn't it sweet? It's a brand new suite that's coming. Here's a couple of cards made with it. And wouldn't you know, I don't know the names. So I'm going to look them up. I meant to put it on the back. Easter
Easter basket is the bundle. But what is it's called Easter Joy. So February 14th, mark that down. Okay, so cute. And then I think I showed you a couple of these last time. My sister made me this one, Sunshine and Tulips bundle. Love that. So springy. My sister Ellie made me that one. And my sister Mo made this one for a swap. This is the Gears and Textures bundle. I love how Mo has put all of this texture on just by stamping to create that background. Love it. Okay, this one here is the Greenery Lane bundle. You want to check all this out in your mini catalogs. If you're a customer of mine in the last 6 months, you should have received it or are starting to receive it. Diane, look for yours in the mail, okay? And then my sister Ellie made this for a swap. Now this one is Grove, something Grove, Aspen Grove. Okay. And I wanted to just show you one thing on this. Look at this. These are little Easter eggs. Aren't they cute? So cute. Anyway, so those are some upcoming classes, and I'll be showing you a lot more swaps as they come in. I'm in a swap group. There's about 15 of us, so I should have a lot to show you. Oh, this was one other one. This is Nature's Walk is the Sweet. It's one of the little book. Same idea that my sister did with the Gears and Textures, creating this background just by stamping a whole bunch of stamps. So imagine a big sheet of paper and just stamping wherever, okay, all over it, and then cutting them down and using them. That is a great way to make your own designer series paper, by the way. Rather than just like individual little sheets, just stamp a whole bunch and cut it out. Okay, so that's our card for today. So remember, the class is January 31st. Everyone is welcome. You don't have to live in Canada. You can just buy the PDF version, join us at class, cut your own, and you get all the PDF and all that stuff. So you get to stamp with us. Okay. All right. Anybody got anything? In, look at that, 22 minutes. That's a record. Yay, good for us, right? So Happy New Year to Jan and Ellie and Margaret and Mo and Marilyn, Diane and Alexina and Jan. So I hope you all stay safe and have a wonderful evening and a joyous and healthy 2026. If you're joining me and you're watching the recording later, just say hi in the comments and I usually see it. Okay. Thanks, Diane. We'll see you Sunday. So Sunday, 10 a.m. I'll see you then for another creative project. All right, you guys. Bye for now. Happy New Year.